A 17-year-old and 3-year-old killed over the holiday weekend, and the community wants an end to the senseless gun violence. I'll tell you what they have to say.
Also, we're tracking prices on every aisle at a local grocery store. Stay tuned for this week's Price Check. And do you need a new series or a movie to binge?
I ain't been through a tube that little since I was born. I'm not going to go through another one.
Find out what's new on streaming services this week.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Severe storms rocked the DMV yesterday. Meteorologist Brittany Ward, she joins us with the latest check on the forecast. And Brittany Ward, I must tell you, last night's storm caught my attention.
Oh, yeah. Were you driving in it? Did you get stuck driving in that?
No, I was home.
Oh.
I was home, and I was getting ready to go out for a little walk, even though it was kind of a drizzle at the time, a light drizzle. And then things just kind of took a turn.
Yeah, I'm glad you kind of listened to that little inner self telling you not to take a walk, because those storms last night, yes, they came, they packed a punch. We did see a flash flood warning in effect for Washington, D.C. yesterday. We saw lots of heavy downpours. And in the past 2 days, we have been dealing with the rain. Those rain totals across the region are over an inch. Here in Washington, D.C., the past 2 days, radar is estimated, looks like we saw over 2 inches of rain. Further down to the south out towards Charles County, they saw over an inch of rain. Same as you head over there to Hagerstown, about over 2 inches of rain there as you head further off to the west out towards Madison as well as Culpeper. Now, as we look ahead for today, we are still going to be holding on to a few isolated showers in the forecast. The good news is it's not going to be as widespread. Satellite and radar showing you the reason why we're seeing those showers and storms today is because of this pesky front. It's just lingering south of the area, and it looks like it's going to continue to linger as we head through the rest of your Thursday, even heading into the end of the work week. This is going to be sparking up more isolated showers and storms across the region. So do keep that in mind if you are going to be heading out. Zooming into radar for your lunch hour, we're quiet right now, but as you head further south out toward Charles County, looks like we are starting to see some light rain begin to develop. Further south out towards Orange County, we're also seeing some light rain begin to develop there as well, and overall isolated showers and storms remaining in the forecast today. It's also going to be a little bit cooler today than what we've seen in previous days due to the added cloud cover that we're dealing with. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast, Mark, and what to expect up next.
All right, Brittany, thank you so very much. And those severe storms that were really ripping through the DMV yesterday, there was a flash flood and also tornado warnings issued for parts of the region, accompanied by heavy rain and thunder and lightning. That heavy rain was wreaking havoc on Metro riders at the Noma U station, and a tree also fell down along First Street in Northwest D.C., blocking the roadway. In Alexandria, Virginia, some drivers had to ditch their cars because of the flash flooding. Well, family in Montgomery County says that this morning that they are glad that they are safe. They say that their home in Silver Spring was struck by lightning. It happened around 6 on Geneva Avenue last night. The homeowner, Kim Webb, tells DC News Now it happened just after 6. The lightning struck her roof, damaged the chimney, and caused a small fire. The fire was out by the time that firefighters arrived. She says that it was scary, but that it could have been a lot worse.
And we were pretty lucky. I mean, we heard a huge boom. We had just gone to the basement because we got a tornado warning on our phones, and so we didn't mess around, went to the basement, heard the giant boom and a lot of crackling, and we thought a tree had come down on the house. So we came upstairs. We didn't see any trees, but we smelled something burning.
Yeah, Webb says that she and her family are okay and nobody was hurt, but the fire damage was minor. And many people still without power and AC this afternoon after last night's storms. Many of those outages in Fairfax County, Virginia, and Prince George's County, Maryland. Now, Dominion and Pepco crews are now working to restore the customer power as quickly as possible. Remember, you can stay on top of the changing weather conditions by scanning the QR code on your screen. That's going to take you to our DC News Now weather page. And you can also go to our website, dcnewsnow.com. Well, in national news, we're continuing to follow updates on the deadly flooding in Central Texas. New satellite images are giving us a new look at the devastation. This is the before and after, and you can see the impact from the Guadalupe River as it went up by 27 feet in just 45 minutes, and also overtaking several communities. Officials say 120 people have been killed, including dozens of children. Crews are still searching for more than 160 people considered missing. And hundreds of folks gathering at a high school stadium for a vigil honoring the victims of the floods and those who remain missing. At yesterday's vigil, community leaders held prayer and sang songs of worship. And counselors and therapists were also on site to help those who are struggling. In Maryland, dramatic new images of a tractor trailer dangling off of an overpass in the Beltway in Bethesda this morning. This happened after a crash early today near Old Georgetown Road and River Road near the 270 Spur emergency crews say that they took the driver to the hospital. The driver expected to be okay. We're also told that the truck was hauling refrigerated mushrooms. Some lanes were blocked earlier today, but all lanes, we are told, have since been reopened. Well, heartbreak and outrage are bringing a Southeast D.C. community together after two back-to-back shootings that killed a teenage girl and a toddler. Families are calling for action. D.C. News Now's Jean-Marie Cissé has more.
The community does plan to come together tonight to remember 17-year-old Zoe Kelly Hickman and also 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle, and honestly demand accountability for what took place after they lost their lives during shootings over the holiday weekend. Now, on July 5th, 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle was shot and killed in a car with her family. Police say they are searching for 24-year-old Charles Rucker, who's wanted for first-degree murder while armed, and there's also a $50,000 reward in that case. Now, 17-year-old Zoe Kelly Hickman was killed on the 4th of July. Her family says she was just weeks away from starting her senior year at Ballou High School and hoped to one day become a firefighter. Now, tonight's candle vigil, led by Zoe's uncle, who's also the advisory neighborhood commissioner, he says this is a call to action. Now, he says what's happening in Southeast isn't just a crime issue, it's a humanitarian crisis, and they also want to honor and remember Zoe, Honesty, and the many young lives that did not return home back to their loved ones. Now, they're hoping tonight's vigil will really push for change to keep children safe with more resources, intervention, and accountability.
I know that something needs to be done. I'm not sure exactly what, but something.
Makes me angry. I mean, there's kids around here, stuff like that.
Another vigil set to begin at 7 p.m. here at Hillstone Apartments. Reporting in Southeast, I'm Jean-Marie Cissé, DC News Now.
And the district council passes an amended rental act despite Mayor Bowser asking them not to. The rental act was first introduced by the mayor. It's since had many changes made to it by Councilmember Robert White. In a statement, Mayor Bowser says that White has sided with residents taking advantage of the system, including those who commit crimes in their units. White says that the mayor's bill lacked data to justify changes to the housing ecosystem. Well, the Washington Commanders unveiled their new alternate jerseys on social media, throwing it back to their Super Bowl era style in the post. Now, the team showed off the new threads, drawing inspiration from their 3 Super Bowl wins in the 80s and the 90s. White jerseys with gold trim on the numbers, and the old burgundy is back. The team will wear the uniforms for 3 home games this season. And Danny Rodier with Grant and Daniel on a 6. The fan is glad that they're going back to the original colors.
If you would just told me we're going to change the burgundy, I wouldn't have liked it, but I could have done it in a day and gotten over it. They told us it was the same. It was never the same. That's infuriating to me. The fact is, it looks like it used to look when I was a kid. Makes me very happy. They should wear white at home like Joe Gibbs did and just do it correctly. And this is a big step. It shouldn't be an alternate jersey. It should just be the jersey.
The reason I just wish Danny was my neighbor. But anyway, we're helping you stretch your dollar and get some deals during the Amazon Prime Day this week. In addition to big discounts on items like tech and home appliances, shoppers can also find deals on premium brand luxury bags, including Coach, Kate Spade, and Michael Kors. Amazon Prime Day deal ends Friday. And we're helping you stretch your dollar on your next grocery run. The key is to keep what you buy so you don't toss money in the trash. DC News Now's Haley Milan with expert advice on making sure your food will last.
Freezer and refrigerator settings may not be something you've paid attention to, but knowing the right setting can make your food last longer and give you the most bang for your buck.
If you just throw your groceries in the fridge without rhyme or reason to where you're putting them, think again. The FDA guidelines are to get your food in the fridge as soon as possible. Keep the temperature 40 degrees Fahrenheit or cooler. Store raw meats and fish on the bottom where it's coolest. Dairy can go above that, but cover cheeses up. Prepared foods like cooked meats and pastas can go on the top shelf. Fruits and veggies should go in the drawers. The shelves in your door get the warmest, so it's best to just use those for condiments. Wrapping salad and herbs in a damp paper towel will keep them from drying out. Okay, now on to filling the fridge. We track 10 grocery staple prices at Walmart, Giant, and Safeway to help you find the best deals out there. Compared to last week, Walmart prices are stable. And once again, the lowest of the bunch. A dozen brown eggs holding steady at $3.94. Giant Shoppers 80% lean ground beef is pricier this week at $5.49 for a 1-pound tray. Safeway's dropped prices on broccoli, avocado, and wheat bread. But ground beef prices are way up. An 80% lean 1-pound tray running you about $12. If you know what products you're shopping for, check out the app Grocery Deals. You can compare prices between various stores in real time.
Track these prices and more over on DCNewsNow.com. Keyword search, stretch your dollar. I'm Haley Mylon, back to you.
All right, Haley, thank you. Don't walk, run, because the snack wrap is back. McDonald's lovers, the wait is over. It's back on your menu today, and you may remember the popular wrap back in the mid-2000s. McDonald's continued the wrap for a few years and then announced that a few months ago that it's coming back to the menu. The flavors will be spicy and ranch and a hint of garlic and onion. And coming up on DC News Now at noon, after severe storms and devastating floods in Texas, Maryland County is reminding folks it has a warning system to alert neighbors when rivers and creeks flood. Learn more about that after the break.
And your time, 12:11 on this Thursday morning. We are once again going to be tracking isolated showers and storms across the DMV, and it looks like stormy conditions will be sticking around as we head into the weekend. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that 7-day coming up right after the break.